Imagine with me, it's the year 2005, your home park just opened the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world, Kingda Ka. Great Adventure unceremoniously snatches the record right out of the hands of their competitor, Cedar Point. You're literally living on the top of the world. What else could your beloved theme park do to make things better? Well, how about building the greatest wooden roller coaster in the world? Only a short year later, Six Flags Great Adventure opens El Toro, a prefabricated wooden roller coaster that features the steepest drop on any wooden coaster at 76 degrees. Plus near record-breaking stats at 181 feet tall and speeds of 70 miles per hour. The ride opens to critical acclaim, instantly becoming one of the best roller coasters on the planet. El Toro is so good that many have already forgotten about the rocky start that Kingda Ka suffered through. Well, it's been 17 years since the grand opening, and unfortunately for El Toro, those years haven't been too kind to this legendary roller coaster. With each passing season, this wooden roller coaster would continue to get more and more rough, developing some not too pleasant potholes scattered throughout the track. The final breaking point came in about June of 2021 when the ride experienced a partial derailment. The back car fell out of alignment, dragging it along the track, causing extensive damage. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the ride was closed for the rest of the season. During this downtime, rumors about El Toro's demise started to spread. Some thought it would receive the RMC treatment, others were hoping for a complete retrack, something that this coaster desperately needed. Well, in Six Flags fashion, El Toro received the minimal maintenance needed to get it back up and running for the 2022 season. And just like you could have guessed, doing the alleged minimum work didn't work out too well, as El Toro suffered another quote-unquote incident at the end of August of 2022. This shut the roller coaster down once again for an expanded period of time, remaining closed until June of 2023. I was unable to ride El Toro this year, but from what I hear, it is operating better than it has in quite a while, though still not back to those epic levels when it first opened. Beyond the rattle, there are a couple other reasons why El Toro has slowly fallen from grace. First would be the cable lift. El Toro features a high-speed cable lift that can pull this coaster to the top of the first drop at speeds around 13 miles per hour. The ride used to keep that speed right up to the top, but over the past few years, it has been altered to slow down prior to detaching from the train. This is a minor change, but it has affected the experience of that epic first drop. Riding in the very back car in El Toro, getting yanked over that steep drop, is one of the best roller coaster experiences on this planet. Now, it's still a fantastic moment, but I think it's more mental than anything. Reaching the top of that lift at full speed without any slowdown really kept up with that pacing. Next would be the shakedown that every rider endures before getting in line.
Not so fast, Richie.
As you can imagine, with a high-speed, airtime machine, having loose articles with you is never a good thing. I remember back in 2007, standing in line watching cell phones, money, and even water bottles getting ejected from the train as the roller coaster crests that first airtime hill. It was clearly a safety issue that needed addressed, so Six Flags invoked a strict no loose article policy on El Toro. This policy isn't the problem, but it would have to be the required lockers that came along with it. Basically, unless you have a non-rider in your group, you will be paying for a locker to ride this roller coaster, essentially making El Toro an upcharge attraction. Now on the positive side, I am hearing that El Toro may receive some cubbyholes in the upcoming season, so if that is the case, this will solve this one problem. With all this said, is El Toro really a bad roller coaster? Of course not, but I would be lying if I said that these three issues didn't tarnish El Toro's reputation. There are coaster enthusiasts that no longer hold this attraction in high esteem like they used to. Many other great roller coasters have opened to the public since 2006, creating an even more competitive market. Even for myself, El Toro has fallen considerably in my top 25 coaster rankings. Wooden coaster lovers have swapped their favorite from El Toro to Voyage, Mystic Timbers, Ghost Rider, Phoenix, or even Lightning Rod. Well, I guess that last pick isn't going to age too well, but anyways, El Toro is no longer the king of airtime. That record sits with Steel Vengeance. During my last visit to Six Flags Great Adventure, throughout the day, instead of marathoning El Toro like I normally would, I found myself spending more time over by Nitro and Jersey Devil Coaster. If Six Flags Great Adventure can put the time, effort, and cash into reviving this incredible roller coaster, you'll find me over by El Toro once again, marathoning that attraction all day long. Well, that does it for today's Bad Coaster review. Can El Toro climb its way back as the best wooden roller coaster in the world? Tell me all about it in the comments. Until next time, this is Extreme Thrills.